do you believe that there are some people that may not be able to score a victory for humanity, that their role in this life may not be as grand as everybody else's? Does that make sense?
Yeah, sure. And I've thought about that a lot. It's an important distinction to make. Then I thought about it and I said, well, not everybody has written books or is famous or has a TV show, so, but how else can someone make a difference? As a parent, you can invest the energy necessary to raise your children so that they can be, law-abiding, but abiding by laws when laws are just, right? Knowing when a law might not be just, people who can make a difference in the world. You can raise people who, and even if that's not who they become, the fact that you raise them as healthy, thinking adults, that is an accomplishment. Because there are a lot of kids that were not raised that way. There are a lot of parents who didn't care. A lot of parents who saw their children as a burden or as an obstacle. So something as common as having kids and raising them right, I think at the end of the day, you can chalk that up as I have scored a victory for humanity. I have brought more humans into this world that are good for this world rather than bad for it. I'm good with that. Or you can help someone else who needs, the proverbial help the old lady across the street, but there are homeless people, there are people who are sick and dying, and people who have ambitions that can't be realized because the system doesn't engage it. You have way more power of influence than you might think. And there's a quote that I'm going to mangle, forgot who said it. It was the force of change starts with the individual, but one lone person. And in fact, all the greatest change for the good that has ever occurred in the history of our species has only ever been started by an individual. And when you really sort of weigh the forces there. So forgive me for not remembering who said that, plus I mangled the quote, but you get the gist of it. So it's not, are you going to become leaders or no, that overstates the meaning of that quote.